Happy Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, June the 2nd, 2021. Today's daily Bible readings come to us from Psalm 20, Numbers 6, 22 through 27, and then Mark 4, 21 through 25. I'm going to take a look at Mark and talk about paying attention in class and how where you sit in class determines your grade. Okay, so when I was in college, I had a professor who started the semester by telling us that he had learned something over the course of his career that was really important. And he revealed this to us, that he said that people who sat in the front row of classes tended to, on average, get better grades than the people who sat in the back row of the class. And it didn't have anything to do with the magical properties of those seats, but it had everything to do with the interest levels of the people who inhabited those seats. The people in the front row, he said, were generally more willing to participate in the discussion and more ready to participate in the discussion and in the lecture and things like that. Whereas the people in the back, for whatever reason, he said, weren't. And this isn't to say that these denizens of the back row were all slackers or that they even had failed the course. But I noticed over the course of that semester that they didn't seem to participate as much or generally seem as attentive to the lecture and the discussion as the people sitting towards the front of the class. For whatever reasons, they often also kind of tended to come in late for class. Let's just say they weren't the people who had done the reading ahead of time, things like that. And so some people just seem more eager to get as much out of the professor's teaching as possible, and it really showed. But and I don't know what people's grades were, but you could really notice it over the course of the semester and just seeing how people participated in the class or didn't participate. And so I'm assuming the professor was probably right. Towards the end of that semester, the people that sat towards the front of the class probably tended to have better grades than the people who sat in the back. And so Jesus today is lecturing his audience. He's teaching his audience, and he says, pay attention to what you hear. Pay attention to what you hear. The measure you give will be the measure you get. Jesus tells his audience that they really needed to pay attention to what it was that he was teaching them, that they needed to participate in what he was doing and actively listen to his words, because they would get out of it what they put into it, and then even more. I know this maybe isn't like the thing a lot of us want to hear, and especially in Protestant traditions, this idea that we're somehow we participate in it, but there's a big truth. It's the kingdom of God and the truths of the kingdom of God. These great lessons, they're not really, let's say the lessons of the kingdom were not meant probably for people who just want to hang out in the back row and kill time. Anyway, that's the DBR for today. We'll be back tomorrow, and we'll actually have tomorrow, right? Gosh, today is Wednesday. I thought it was Thursday. I was about to tell you about Huggins, but he'll be here on Friday. Anyway, that's the DBR for today. Get out, enjoy the rain, and have a good day. Boop.